Nemo. We had Nemo come in from another. I don't know how much of a listener he is, but he says he stumbled across our YouTube channel.
Yes.
And so, Dan, thank you for stumbling across and reaching out to us.
Yes, correct.
We have several questions here from Dan, and so we're just gonna go through them. These are good questions. Question number one: if God was real and all powerful and all knowing, wouldn't we just have a single religion and a single source of truth?
I see what he's saying. I see what he's saying. And so the idea is that God exists. He knows everything about everyone, the future, all of that. He has all the power. He's not limited in any way. So then wouldn't he be, let's say revealing himself to everyone, being everywhere, and then everyone would be speaking the same thing because he's teaching the same thing to everyone all around the world. So that's kind of the idea. Like, why wouldn't that be happening? My first thought actually is, the simplistic idea. Then I go in a little deeper. But the simplistic idea is actually there was a singular faith twice on earth. Creation, Adam and Eve, 100% of the world's population. They believe.
That's true.
And then the flood. They get out to all 8 people, 100% of the world's population. They believed.
They did.
And so there was 2 singular times there. But then what happens? The idea is that people have a free moral choice, and sometimes it's bad parenting. Sometimes
it's inherently sinful.
Yeah, and yeah. So it's like, there's God allows people to make their free choices. There's consequences. It's like even in America, there is freedom, but there's consequences.
Right. Sure.
Yeah, sure. And sometimes good choices have good consequences, and bad choices have bad consequences, things like that. But so I would say that there is a singular source of truth. Absolutely, I do.
There is a singular source of truth. Yes.
Yeah, I would even go as far to say objective truth. Which is you could just say truth. But in today's day and age, you have to make these distinctions.
Your truth and
absolute,
my truth.
Objective truth, right? Universal. It's consistent. Objective truth is still true even if others disagree. And 2 + 2 = 4, no matter what. It always has. Even before there was any humans on Earth, 2 + 2 = 4. Yeah, doesn't matter how many people disagree, even.
Yeah. So I wonder if part of the question is, if God's all powerful, why doesn't He just make everybody believe?
Yeah, that He's not a tyrant,
so that there is only one.
Yes.
Religion.
Correct. That'd be like maybe the way I would do it.
True.
I'm kind of corrupted here. So. The one true God, though, is not a tyrant forcing people to know Him, and He reveals that through Scripture. He reveals His character. So looking at the breadth of it all, he's not forcing people to know Him. You see that even with Adam and Eve. Simplest example. In the very beginning, He did not force them to know Him. And even talking to Cain, Cain was pretty rebellious and disrespectful, turning his back on God. Even he just wants, hey, give me what I want, and I'm gone. Wow, horrible. But he allows him to make his choices. And of course, there's consequences. Yeah. When you have the whole world choosing to reject God, well, there's a big problem there. That's basically the flood at the end of it. But anyways, so I think it's the answer. Just He allows for the opportunity for people to know Him. He wants real loving relationships. So He has that free moral choice. But there are consequences.
Okay.